catch that, Mike?
Double.
Live.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the OBRL Wednesday night burning rubber racing tonight. We have 120 laps tonight. We are at Kansas Speedway tonight. Hey, I got a guest announcer with me tonight. I want to introduce our guest announcer. We got the driver of the 99 car, Mr. Mike Watts.
Hey everybody, how you doing tonight? I'm so
Mike.
glad to be here tonight with you, Ken, and hope to see a really good race.
Yeah, like I said, we got about 120 laps tonight, and hopefully these guys can keep her nice and green. Mike, what was your impressions of watching practice tonight? What do you see out there, and what have you seen so far in qualifying?
I think we're going to see a pretty fast-paced race tonight. Looks like there's very little to no tire wear. There's a little bit of drop-off, but the tires keep going, and the fuel that is really going to be the short thing here. So it's going to be interesting to see where the guys kind of run throughout the night. We talked to the Bandit earlier, and he said there's a ton of grip out there, and not a lot of horsepower, so they should be able to put these things pretty much anywhere they go. But and also watching the pit party, I think we're going to see some crazy restarts if we have any restarts in the race. But hopefully we can go green like we normally do.
Sounds good. Man, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to spending the night with you. As you can see, we got a couple trucks still out there qualifying yet. We have about 3.5 minutes of qualifying yet to take care of here. Got Brian Glass out there right now, along with Tom Ogle, and so we got some pretty fast trucks out there right now. Looking forward to seeing what kind of lap times they can turn. Right now, Steve Thompson's holding fast time, 31.57 seconds. With Dwayne, the General MacArthur, in the 07 truck, he's running second right now, and Ed Adams rounding out our top three with our friend and partner up here sometimes is Coco Puffs. He's running fourth. Kind of an impressive run there for Coco so far. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, Coco's been really showing a lot of speed recently, and it may be something to do with his new teammates. But he's really been running up front recently, and it's even good to see Ed Adams qualified near the front, because I haven't seen him up near the front in a while. He usually ends up working his way up from farther back, so he's starting up, towards the front. So there's going to be a lot of fireworks tonight, I think.
Oh, I totally agree. Also, I see Ogle getting sixth in time, so he ticked off a pretty good lap right there. Sean Sadler's up there, no surprise there. Joe Mahar, he's been running strong. Rupert normally doesn't qualify well. He's in the run in the top 10 right now, and the Bull right now rounding our top 10. I see right now Ben Shepard has hit the racetrack for qualifying. We'll see how Ben's laps go here as we go along.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Ben does, because he didn't get a lot of practice in. I think his truck had some issues in tech inspection, so he's just now getting out there to make a lap.
Yeah, Ben's been around a while, and he's really super fast with his truck normally. So I think we'll see him towards the top of the speed charts, I would think. Right now, we've had about 22 guys taking qualifying efforts right now, and it looks like we had about 33 or 34 cars entering tonight's race.
That's a good field. It's a really good number there. and looks like the speeds are pretty close together, just a few tenths separating the field.
Yeah, that they are. Ben Shepherd completing his first lap and puts her second on the grid right now. So awesome lap there for Ben Shepherd. Very little practice, comes out and pops a great lap. Right now I see Josh Robinson out on the racetrack. He's getting his laps in. We got less than a minute of qualifying left to go here, so we got a few last second guys who normally take a late qualifying lap, and they're popping off some quick ones here, and I expect Josh Robinson also to hit a very fast lap.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the start here with Steve and Ben are really two fast guys in this truck series here. So it'll be great to see how they kind of start this off, and whether Ben can get out there and lead some laps even without putting many practice laps in.
Oh, look at that! Robinson just take the P2 position away from Shepherd. So great lap there for Josh Robinson. 3/10 away, or excuse me, 3/100ths away from Steve Thompson's lap of a 31:57.
Well, look at the top 8, Ken. I mean, that's a super tight time. You could throw a blanket over all of them.
That's true. Yeah, we are starting the grid here. I got to hand out a penalty here, so hang tight, everyone. All right, penalty has been issued. Drivers in need of them. So, Mike, looks like approximately 23 laps on a fuel run, and I believe Kevin said they had a 2-second drop off in the tire run during a full fuel run.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. But he said the truck is very capable of getting around the track just about anywhere you want, and that the track has a ton of grip. And with this being a night race, that should be an issue as far as the temperatures or anything. I mean, this is like the most grip that you can possibly get.
Yeah, it is a night race, and that kind of helps out a lot. So I want to give a shout out to Steven Petrinio. He's typically out racing with us in the 94 truck tonight, but sitting in the bleachers tonight and watching us from the grandstand. So welcome, Steve, and chat with us all night long. Anyone listening to us on YouTube, Facebook, Burning Rubber Radio, give us a nice chat. Let us know who you think's going to pull off the victory tonight in this great race at Kansas Speedway.
All right, guys, we're going to get started on this first lap here. So as soon as the pace car starts moving, you guys can come out. You can speed down pit lane and get right up on the track and get lined up.
Grand Poobah Steve Thompson giving direction to the rest of the drivers out on the field there. This is normally a time when I'm working with Coco Mike of over-under on cautions. I'm going to let you set the number tonight. What do you think we're going to have for cautions?
Maybe 4.
All right. Well, I'm going to go for a little under. I'm going to have a little bit more confidence in these guys that they can race very competitively and race clean. At least let's hope that they can. So we'll see what happens here.
Now, an interesting development, Ken. It looks like Ben Shepherd's issues in tech probably led to him not starting this race.
I do see that. I'm not sure exactly what all happened there. And I'm sure it does not look like he will be joining us tonight. I do see we did have 23 vehicles take qualifying efforts out of the remaining 33 spots and all that. And trucks are in double formation right now going down the backstretch. We're going to be going green as we get ready to cross the start and finish line. So everyone sit back, enjoy, grab yourself a nice cold brew, grab a nice drink for the rest of the night, sit down and enjoy, and we'll be looking forward to giving you a great broadcast tonight. Looks like they're all filed in nice. The pace car is in pit road and all that. Steve Thompson and Josh Robinson bringing us to the green flag, and we are off racing with the Burning Rubber Racing Radio 120 here at Kansas Speedway. Looks like all drivers have gotten to corner one. Looks like so far everything's nice and clean.
Looks like the 07's having a little trouble getting going. It'll be interesting to see, Ken, where these guys run with all the grip in the track. If they run high or low here. Usually preferred line here is the higher line, but it'll be great to see kind of where they go when the tires start wearing in a little bit.
See, the 42 is doing his green flag pass through. He has to go through pit road without stopping for any kind of service work. This is a straight through drive through for a penalty that was occurred a couple of races ago. Brian Glass filling in a real small hole down to backstretch, following Rupert now going down to backstretch. Some real good close tight racing going on yet. A lot of 2x2 racing yet, Mike.
Oh yeah. I think they're all trying to figure out where they want to run at for this first run. Usually, you kind of feel everything out, feel your truck out. You haven't really been running in a pack, so it's good to kind of get an idea of kind of where your truck likes to run at, and then once they get settled down a little bit, I think we're going to see some lines and stuff, and then people are going to start figuring out their strategy for fuel and tires.
Or there's some three-wide racing going on there between Glass and Rupert and Troy Torgerson in the 98 truck and the Jake's truck there.
Yeah, it looks like they'll get it squared away here going into turn 2 here. So it looks like Ed might have lost a lap with his green flag pass through, but if we have an early caution here or something like that, he'll be the lucky dog and he'll be able to get that lap back.
Yeah, so on Ed's, hopefully Ed's a little lucky there to get the caution, but I'm thinking that the remaining 32 out there would like to see this thing go green. And we got two guys in the wall right now.
Yeah. It's like the 75 got into the 87.
Yep, it looks like now we're staying green yet. 75 Charles
There's
Eaton.
the caution.
Yeah, caution is out. We got other cars and trucks spinning. We got Dwayne Dunn going backwards.
Pace cars in 1 and 2.
So Adams will be lucky and get his waiver on.
Pace cars
Lucky
still
dog.
added to.
I'm watching the replay on that.
Pace car in the middle of the backstretch.
Pace speed in the middle of the backstretch. Pace
Yeah,
speed in the
Mike's
middle
going
of
to
the
go back and take a look at the replay. I see Charles Eaton heading down pit road. He must have some damage. He's got to get repaired.
I'm getting a tow.
The 195 truck, I believe he said he has a blown engine. He's going to be disconnecting here real soon. Thompson is still leading with Robinson second. We'll see if these guys make pit stops here. I'm not sure. It's kind of early. We're only lap 6 of 120. And they are coming down pit road. Looks like everyone has come down pit road so far. What do you see in there, Mike?
Well, it looks like the 75 and the 87 just tried to go for the same real estate, and that probably, let's see, caused everybody else to kind of check up behind them.
All right. Well, thanks for that report there, Mike. We got cars.
Yeah,
all hitting
so
right
it was kind of an accordion effect because the 87 was checking up, and then everybody was kind of running into the back of everybody else.
See, Sean Sadler was the first one to come out of the pits. I wonder if Sean just took right-handed tires on that truck right now, beating everyone off pit road by quite a margin. We'll get timing and scoring to get everything all straightened out here before we give you a complete report of where everyone is. I see about half a dozen trucks sitting down pit road yet, trying to get repairs made to their vehicles. The Glass the Bull Glass is still in there yet.
Pace cars at the start finish line.
Rogerson in the 37 truck just coming out of pit lane right now. Pop Skeener is still down pit road yet getting repairs.
Yeah, so the accident between the 75 and the 87 kind of tripped that off. That happened going into 1 and 2, and then from there it was really just a checkup. From there, the 88 checked up, the 124 checked up, the 127 ran in the back of him, and then the 37 just flew through there, like right as the caution was coming out.
Alrighty, real good. Well, thanks again there, Mike, for that report. Look, I said, looks like Sean Sadler come out leading this thing with Steve Thompson running second, Josh Robinson third. The 58 truck of John Henderson was always the 177 truck. John recently received that 2-digit after getting through probation and all that, so congratulations there, John Henderson, on your 2-digit number.
Was that
Cocoa
Brian?
Puffs
Did you get
running
penalty
fifth
for
with
regulating
Tom
the
Ogle
post pit?
sixth. The General's running seventh. That's Dwayne MacArthur in the 07 truck. His teammate, Troy Torgerson, he's running eighth. My teammate, the Bandit Rupert, Kevin Rupert from the Rupert Nation, is running ninth. And Joe Mahar coming in our top 10. I'm going to go down and see if I can capture one of these drivers and see if they want to talk to us for a second. Hey, Steve Thompson, this is Ken and Fiddy up in the booth. Steve, you got your ears on?
Yep, gotcha. How you guys
Hey,
doing?
doing great. Congratulations on a great qualifying effort tonight. Tell us about your 2 fast qualifying laps.
I just held it wide open on the top there, and this is my favorite track, so I was hoping I could do it. It was the second lap was a little faster, so I didn't know if that was going to stick or not. There are a bunch of fast guys in here.
You want to give a shout out to your mom? Is she listening to us tonight?
I think she is. Hey, Mom, how you doing? Glad that you're watching. Love you. Number 67.
Hey, I see one of your teammates is missing tonight. Where's that 14 truck?
I think he's coaching football season starting with those young boys.
That's a good honorable thing that Eddie does for his area down there. So, hey, good luck to you, Steve. Fiddy, you got anything to ask Mike or Steve real quick?
No, so the preferred line is up high, and that's where all the speed's at.
Yep, that's for sure. That's where it's at. Yeah, you can go about probably 6 or 7 laps. You don't even have to lift.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's good to hear your voice up there, Fiddy.
Yeah, well, I figured I'd be a part of something.
Glad to have you up there.
Yeah,
All
it looks
right,
like
Steve.
Ben Shepard isn't racing you tonight, so you might have a good shot at winning here.
Yeah, he didn't do any practice, I guess.
All right,
right.
Steve, I'm going to move you up top side. Good luck to you the rest of the way, man.
Thank you.
And that was Steve Thompson, our fast qualifier tonight. Currently running second in the race right now. But Mike, we're only we're 10 laps in right now of 120.
Yeah, I hope I didn't shoot too low with 4, but we're gonna go with your under, so we can hope for green.
Yeah, that's for sure. Let's hope for green. I think not just me, you, but I think these drivers out there, and I hope our fans out there in YouTube world and social media world also want to see lots of green flag racing.
Plus, there's a lot of good-looking trucks out there, and I hate to see them all wadded up.
Oh, that's for sure. I know you guys spent a lot of time getting a lot of these great paint jobs out there for these guys, and the OBRL thanks you for that.
Yep, I got 11 paint jobs out there running tonight.
That's awesome. A third of the field, like you said. Well,
Ooh,
so
looks
we're
like
back.
Sean
We're
Sadler
back to
got it.
green here. Go ahead, Mike.
I was just saying, Sean Sadler got a really good restart there. It looks like he was able to really. Oh, look at Ogle come up down on the bottom side.
Ogle showing some early power. Got some great speed in that Ogle's auto truck there.
Well, like I was saying earlier, I think, Steve confirmed that the top line is going to be where all the speed's at. But when you're on fresh tires, you can go anywhere. Oh, it looked
I
like the
see
58 got
John.
into the 67.
Yeah, I seen John Henderson. Oh, and then Dode gets into the 28. We got a big wreck. Coco's in it. Torgerson, Rupert, Garisco. Oh man, Robinson's in it with Gilmore. Man, we got about 10 trucks in there. How Mike?
Yeah, that's not good for anybody.
Well, this might thin out the field a little bit tonight. Gonna have a lot of trucks going down pit road, getting some repairs here. I see Josh Robinson still sitting on the racetrack yet. Had to see a lot of cars get ripped up there. It looks like that all started with John Henderson in the 58 and Steve Thompson getting together down the middle of the backstretch.
Yeah, not sure if the 58 was trying to side draft and slow down the 67 going into the turn there, but they definitely got too close, and it upset that 67 truck, put him in the wall.
Yeah, I see Brian Glass has some rear end damage. Trucks are coming down pit road again. The leaders are. We'll give these guys a minute, and we'll bring down another driver and see how they're doing out there. We'll let timing and scoring clean this all up for us so we know where we're situated. And so, man, just a lot of bad luck early in this race. We'd like to see these guys go race at high speeds instead of this. What are they doing out there? Pace speed is 100, about what, 60 miles an hour for pace speed?
Yeah,
tonight?
I think pit road speed is 40s or 45, so I'm thinking 55 maybe, or 60 for the pace speed. But yeah, this isn't the kind of racing we like to see. We like to see long green flag races, and this isn't. A lot of good drivers were in that wreck.
Yeah, this happened early in the field. It was, Steve was running top 5 at the time. He restarted in second spot and maybe got passed by a couple of cars. So he was in the top 5. So, man, he had 25 cars barreling down on him here pretty hard. So I can see how many cars could get involved in this one here.
That's exactly what happened.
I'll pull down another driver here and see how he's doing tonight. Tom Ogle, this is Mike Watts and Ken Schultz up in the tower. Do you hear us, Tom?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, Tom, looks like you had a pretty nice restart there. You got back up to the lead. How's the truck feeling so far tonight?
Oh, pretty good. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. I got to clear those guys.
Yeah, you had a really great restart there, and that really set you. That put you in a really lucky position because you missed that whole thing.
I saw a couple guys in my mirror running into each other, so I didn't. I just saw a wreck, and I wasn't sure what happened, but yep, I picked a good time to have a good restart. That's for sure. But I don't think I had anything for Steve, for sure. He was way better than us.
Well, we'll see if he can't repair his truck and get back out there. But yeah, obviously he's going to be damaged. So you might actually be able to take the reins on this one.
Is that you, Fitty Watts?
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, congratulations on Sunday.
Oh, thank you.
You let Eddie and me just run our butts off and burn all our fuel up.
Well, I was trying to push you so you'd use up your fuel, but yes.
You definitely did. I mean, I was running really hard that last run. I couldn't believe you made it.
Well, Tom, I'm going to take you back up to the race channel. Good luck to the rest of the race and have a good time out there.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for putting on the race. Thank you.
And that was Tom Ogle. He's currently leading tonight's race at Kansas Speedway here. Sponsored by Burn Rubber Radio. Also want to give a shout out to the Hemp Shack. all your CBD needs, oils, gummies, even stuff for your pets to calm them down during thunderstorms, 4th of July. Ever need anything for that style of help? Contact the Hemp Shack at thehempshack.com. Well, Mike, that's 2 quick cautions here. You think these guys are going to start settling down a little bit and give us some good, entertaining racing?
Yeah, I'm hoping for it. Right now, I'm kind of watching John Henderson to see if he serves an SPP for that. I mean, I'm not sure how that works exactly. I've seen it in action, but he kind of came up on the 67, so I don't know who's really, if that would be an SPP offense. I mean, maybe you should explain that, Ken.
Well, I can definitely do that. And I did not see how the accident all started here, but if a driver does make contact with another driver, driving up to him, getting into them, creating him to slow down or causing a wreck, the person who started the wreck must serve a penalty. Normally, it's a end of the longest line, or if we stay green, he needs to do a self-policing green flag pass through and all that. So I'm not sure the circumstances. The review committee will be taking a look at that after the race tonight. But we're a quarter left from turning these guys loose again, and I just see a boatload of trucks still down pit road yet. But right now we got Tom Ogle and Sean Sadler going to be restarting this race from the pole.
Go high, my car's bad.
Got the pace car down pit road, and we are getting ready to go. A lot of we are really hurting on cars here. I would say over half the field is probably down pits yet, and we are green flag right now with the 11 car Tom Ogle and Sean Sadler battling real hard in corners 1 and 2 on our green flag restart for Burning Rubber Radio. Ogle taking position over Sadler out of corner 2 going on the back stretch with John Henderson in the 58 truck dropping in or down on the low side of Sean right now.
Pitting.
The 05 truck of Dwayne Dunn, he's running 5th, and the 115 truck of James Duke. So we got quite a few 3-digit guys running in our top 5 here, Mike.
Yeah, I think that wreck really kind of opened up the field for some of the guys that maybe run in the back or start in the back. The 3 digits can't qualify in this league, but they're running up front now with those 2 quick cautions, and most of the field on pit road getting repairs.
Yeah, it's not looking good. I'm looking at timing and scoring to see how many guys we actually still have on the racetrack right now. Timing and scoring has not quite given me all that information yet. I see Ed Larson driving down pit road again, getting some more repairs made to his truck, along with the 85 truck, and that is Joe Mahar. Brian Glass, even with damage, is still running out there. Brian's running 6th position right now. The 210 truck of Tony Groves. Tony's running 7th with Richard Higgs. Richard Higgs, also another driver, Mike, that recently just got his, well, in this case, single-digit number, getting rid of the 3 digits. So congratulations there also to Richard Higgs. Your teammate, General MacArthur, he's running the top 10.
Yeah, and he was involved in that accident, so I was surprised he didn't get a lot of damage. So he's still out there pushing. And it looks like maybe we've got 14 cars still out there running right now. Everybody else is getting repairs.
Yeah, it's quite a shame when you have a 33-car starting field.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's some of these guys have already loaded up their hauler and are heading back to the shop.
Yeah, I see Larson has actually loaded it up also. Larson Adams loaded up. John Paris is loaded up. Gary Corbett's loaded up. John Mankowski's loaded up. Robert Garisco's loaded. Robert Hess, Pops Keener. Man, we got a lot of good trucks now that I've already loaded up and heading back to, like you said, back to their shops. starting to make repairs and start dreaming about next week.
Yeah, and it's a shame about Crisco. I watched the replay, and he did everything right. You know, went down to the apron, and he almost had it avoided, and somebody came back down and snagged him. And then he had engine damage from there. And once you have engine damage with these, I mean, you can try and repair them, but man, that thing just never runs quite right.
That's for sure, Mike. Me and you both ran into that over our years here with the OBRL. So right now we do have Tom Ogle leading this thing with John Henderson running second and Sean Sadler still running third yet. But I think they're just kind of biding their time right now, and I'm just going to let this thing hang out here because I believe we only do have 9 trucks on the lead lap at this time.
True, and Tom's utilizing that top line, so I think he's going to end up winning out over here. But Henderson's definitely showing some aggression, trying to move up early and get his truck in position to lead some laps.
Be a good
I think
chance. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think, you know, as these tires wear down a little bit, I think he's going to find that top line is where the speed is at, and the guys that are kind of sticking to that, they're going to end up having some better tire wear too.
Yeah, this is going to give guys like James Duke and Dwayne Dunn some great valuable time up front of a pack here, where they normally, like you do say, start at the end and have to work their way through. With all the attrition tonight, it has made their job a lot easier, and they should be able to come home with decent finishes. I believe I do see some damage to the rear end of the 115 truck there, the orange truck. Sean Sadler giving chase right now to Tom Ogle, as Sadler has passed John Henderson there for second spot.
Yeah, Sean's looking pretty racy here tonight. He's really going after Ogle, but I think Ogle, you know, has the lock on that high line, and I'm thinking he's going to be able to hold off Sean, at least for this run.
I wasn't paying that much attention, Mike. Do you remember what lap we started green again? On our restart?
Yeah, I think it was maybe lap 18 or so. I know right now we've got 9 trucks on the lead lap.
All right, so we got a little ways to go. We're probably halfway through a fuel run here, so hopefully we can keep this thing going green for quite a while here.
Yeah, so Ogle and Sadler are running that high line, and they're really starting to pull away from Henderson because he was running that lower line, and I think he was scrubbing a lot of tire off.
See, they're coming up on lap traffic. Looks like Rob Shoemaker's a lap down, and the leaders are going to be putting him another lap down. There's a truck very slow down the backstretch right now. It looks like the 85
Mahar?
truck, I believe, of Mahar.
Yeah, he's got a lot of damage on that truck. I think he's probably just going to be out there trying to make some laps and get his IPL back to good.
Yeah, that is another thing that these drivers do need to consider, get some repairs made and get some laps out there. IPL is a major issue with OBRL, and if you get incident points, the only way working off those incident points are by running green flag clean laps without getting in any more incidents. Sometimes not a very easy thing to do. Mike, me and you have both run into this situation where no matter what we do, we seem to always collect a couple incidents. Most of them not on our own doing, but still, we are still responsible for our own vehicles. So sometimes bad brakes just don't go right, and we got another yellow.
Oh,
I believe that's for Mahar, who's standing still in 3 and 4 and now just collected a toll. So that'll bring all the cars back down pit road here once they all get back together. Still got probably 6 or 7 trucks still sitting down pit road getting some fixing done on their trucks from previous wrecks and all that. I see Jeff Gilmore, Rupert, Dode Hoskins, all sitting down pit road yet with multiple other cars.
Pace cars coming out of 2, pace speed 2.
Yeah, a lot of bent up trucks tonight, and some really good paint jobs got all messed up tonight.
See Dode Hoskins right now pulling out pit road. He's going to get some laps back in, and probably some good positions if he was running. Seeing so many trucks that have dropped out and or still sitting in pit lane yet.
So if Devin Resch wasn't involved in that caution, he should be able to get the lucky dog here.
And that should put Devin back on the lead lap.
Right, and then we'll just have one truck, one lap down, the 166, and then looks like we've got the 75 is 2 laps down, and Rob Shoemaker's 3 laps down. And I think everybody else is on pit road, still getting repairs.
Yeah, a rough night for a lot of these drivers out here, and this is so sad to see that because we're expecting a really good race here at Kansas.
Well, it looks like Dave Rogerson's out, still running laps, and Jeff Gilmore, I saw him running around, but his truck's really been up there. Not very aerodynamic, or at least preferably.
Seen some shoe boxes with better aerodynamics than some of these trucks right now, then, huh?
Definitely.
A couple of these drivers might get some waiver rounds here, too. I see Shoemaker's in position for a waiver round, and so is the Hoskins truck in the 166. He's there in the 75 of Eaton. He looks like he's going to be getting the waiver round. The 166 truck, that's Kevin Adamson. Name didn't come to me right away. I had to think about that one. I'm still learning some of these 3-digit guys yet. I don't have them all down pat, but I do my best. I try to study the boards and all that, try to keep it all straight. And sometimes I pull it off, sometimes I don't.
Well, we have usually a pretty good field of rookies coming in,
I gotta
and sometimes it's a lot to take in. It.
I believe tonight we had had 8 3-digit cars in our 3-digit meeting tonight there, Mike, and they all got an explanation of what all happens in the OBRL, and looks like some of those guys still with us yet tonight, and some have had to load their trucks up.
Yeah, and really, with the way those accidents happened, they were all double-digit cars that kind of precipitated those accidents. So the triple digits, a lot of those guys made it through there, maybe because they were further back, because they don't qualify, and then some guys, they got unlucky and just caught a piece of it, and then it went ahead and loaded up the truck. But yeah, I mean, there's a whole bunch of triple-digit guys in the top 10, and they're looking to get some good points tonight.
See Rogerson in the 37 truck, the Labatt's paint scheme. That looks like a pretty nice looking truck there. You're used to seeing him in the red and white Canadian colors there, and see him in a blue Labatt's truck tonight.
Yeah, he's always supporting a Canadian cause there. I think his ARCA car, he runs the Canadian Tire car, which is a Ron Fellows old paint job. It looks great.
We got a couple cars with some waiver on here. Is Sean Sadler must have beat Ogle out of the pit lane there to reclaim the lead here.
Well, with the tire wear being what it is, I mean, you could probably just pick up 2 tires and actually make a really quick stop here.
That's very true, very true.
Sean's a long run guy. He may not always be the fastest out there. He's usually in the top 10, but he always sets himself up for a long run, and he usually has some pretty good tire left at the end.
I love racing against Sean because he's such a clean driver. Always gives you the necessary room that you need to maneuver around him, and he'll let you by if you're that a lot quicker than he is, and he'll definitely race you hard when it comes down to that time of the race when it means a little bit.
Definitely, and I think he just picked up his first victory not too long ago.
Yeah, I think it was a week ago. He got a nice win, and he was celebrating it pretty good. And congratulations to him on that great win that he had a week or so ago.
that first win in the OBRL is always it's one to hold on to, because winning in this league is tough. The competition level in this league is amazing, and like I said, we usually run a lot of green flag laps. So these caution flags, I mean, it's kind of not really our style, not our MO. So it'll be interesting to see if they can get settled down here and run some long green flag runs.
So yeah, we are one to go here before we turn these guys loose again with Sean Sadler and Tom Ogle in the front row. And after that, we got the 105. That's Dwayne Dunn. 58 truck, John Henderson. That's row number 2. Third row is Brian the Bull Glass in the 87 Kodak truck. That would be the 7 truck there, and that's Richard Higgs. The 07 that's a Jack Daniels truck. That's the General. That's Dwayne MacArthur. Running 8th, Dwayne Resch. He did get his back on the lead lap. He did get from the lap down. Tony Groves is in there yet. Tony's running very strong. Good to see that. And James Duke rounding out our top 10. All right, pace car is in. Trucks are getting ready to hit the loud pedal here, and we'll see what kind of luck these drivers can have here. Hopefully, we can keep her green for quite a while. And it looks like Sean Sadler had one heck of a restart over Tom Ogle.
He definitely got to the gas quicker than Tom Ogle did. If he's able to pull ahead and get up into that high line, he might be able to kind of lead this stint here until they can refuel and put new tires on.
We are 37 laps in of 120, so we got about a third of the race to go yet. So we got lots of time to go racing yet. And there's a good battle for second there. That's between the 105 truck of Dwayne Dunn and the 11 truck of Ogle. And that'd be the 58 truck of Henderson, almost getting together there with the 105 truck there. Brian Glass pulling down right behind the 58 truck. That's for Brian's running 5th with Tony Groves 6th. That's a 7 truck right behind him. And that is the 7 truck is Richard Higgs.
87, if you want by, let me know. I'm in no hurry.
Communication going on between some of the drivers out there, making sure everyone's getting comfortable here. We still have
I've noticed the 58 likes to run that low line. I wonder if he's going to settle down and try to run that higher line and save his tires a little bit.
I see Rupert has just pulled out of pit road after a very lengthy repair job. Back on the backstretch right now, so being multiple laps down to the leader. 40 laps are in, so we did make it to the third distance here with about a third of our cars. Still have Jeff Gilmore sitting in pit road yet with Joe Mahar. The 195 truck is still in pit road yet, and that is Thomas Stewart. And I'm not sure who else is sitting in there right now. I see those 3 for sure.
Yeah, it looks like Coco and Rupert can maybe pick up a couple positions here with Mahar still in the pits, and Adams is already loaded up to go home.
Yeah, plus they'll be able to get some valuable IPL redemption also off of this. They still got good 80 laps. Maybe they can get 70 good laps yet and salvage some kind of a, positive yet for the evening. Good to see Dode Hoskins back on track after a lengthy stop. Dode, a longtime member of the OBRL. Tough runner, love racing against Dode. Has a great attitude, racing with us and all that, and a great gentleman.
Definitely, he's kind of the Ryan Newman of the league. He's harder to pass than a kidney stone.
Oh, that's no doubt about that, man. It's a challenge. Rupert's being lapped again, but at least he's on track. But he's definitely a lot slower than our lead lap cars right now.
Well, there's not a lot of guys out there without damage, so I think the clean trucks are going to be able to run kind of in a pack of their own and then you're going to have the damaged trucks that are going to be kind of running in a group of their own, because with this track being the way it is, with the grip and the speed, they're going to be kind of aero dependent here.
Is there much drafting here at Kansas Speedway, Mike, or not?
Not so much drafting, but these trucks are not as powerful as the Xfinity and the Cup cars, so the aero does make quite a difference. And if you got damage, with this track being as fast as it is and as much grip as it is, you need that aero to at least be able to cut through the air.
See a good battle going on there between Tony Groves and the 210 truck. And we got contact between the 127 and the number 7 going down the backstretch, but both of those guys being able to maintain straightness on their truck, not creating another accident there. It looks like Resch and Higgs getting together there.
Yeah, that was good driving by Higgs not to get into the wall and then create another incident. So it looked like the 27 just tried to come up and didn't see him there.
Rupert back down pit road, either getting more repairs or calling her quits for the night. He probably does not like being 30 miles an hour slower than the field out there. Probably feels he's in the way and doesn't want to create a wreck because of it.
Well, he did pick up a position with going past Adams and Mahar. I think that's about as high as he can get, though. The rest of the guys are out there on the track still making laps.
Thanks, dude.
A couple positions is a couple positions. I know he's doing really well in the points, so every point counts for him right now.
That's definitely for sure when you're racing for a championship here. So, and your IPL also, you want to run as many laps as you possibly can to keep that IPL at a really good percentage. So it looks like Coco is our last truck out there running in 17th place, 21 laps down.
That's a rough night for Pete. We'll check in with Pete in just a little bit to see how he's doing. Be kind of entertaining talking to him while he's out there at speed, I would think. Normally I wouldn't do that, but I'm sure right now he really doesn't mind.
No, it's a long, boring ride when you're out there and you're damaged, just trying to make some laps.
Hey, Pete, this is Ken and Fitty. I know you're on the racetrack, man. How's that truck feeling right now?
It's feeling like somebody kicked the shit out of her.
It looks like it too.
Oh, man, did you see that mess?
Yeah.
There are trucks everywhere, my friend. There are trucks everywhere.
Yeah, I had a hole, didn't have a hole, and next thing I know, it just seemed like a, what do you call it, a Daytona wreck, didn't it?
Oh, it was a big one, for sure. And I feel sorry for the replay committee tonight because they've got their work cut out for them.
Yeah, I actually already reviewed quite a few while I was sitting in the pits having my cocoa. And I had some time in there.
We'll let you get back to driving, my friend. We just wanted to come in and pick on you a little bit and say hi. And, man, just keep the thing as straight as you can and get some laps and get that IPL down.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys. Thanks for all you do up there in the booth, guys.
Thanks, Pete. Good luck out there.
Sir.
That was our friend Pete Kopko, who helps us get this set up so we can stream this to you on Wednesday nights. And Pete also gets all the other races so we can all enjoy some kind of broadcast that the OBRL puts on for all of the races that they do have. So many thanks go out to Pete Kopko for what he all does for the OBRL. Well, we're 51 laps in there, Fitty. Looks like Ogle has retaken the lead over Sean Sadler. John Henderson running third with Dwayne Dunn fourth. James Duke running top five right now with Brian the Bull Glass running sixth. Devin Resch running seventh with Richard Higgs eighth. The General, Dwayne MacArthur, he's running ninth and rounding out our top 10. I had him as one lap down there, and it's Tony Groves.
Yeah, Tony Groves, 1 lap down in 10th. Kevin Adamson, 1 lap down in 11th. You got Charles Eaton, 2 laps down in 12th. Rob Shoemaker still out there making laps, 5 laps down in 13th. Jeff Gilmore cranking out the laps still, 7 laps down in 14th. Dave Rogerson, 8 laps down in 15th. Dode Hoskins still out there, 16th place, 19 laps down.
Yeah, but at least they're competing. That's a good thing. So
Thanks, Coco.
I see Rupert just joined the field again, going down back on the racetrack. Hopefully a little quicker than he was last time.
How you doing?
Yes, sir.
See
Yeah,
Ed?
when your truck is messed up as bad as his, you can stop and take a bathroom break. But yeah, you were saying Adams is he's pretty much retired from the race, so that was a position for him.
Yeah, and I see Ed has joined us on our chat. So welcome to this side of the fence here, Mr. Adams. Bad luck to you. Sorry to see that happen. Couple big wrecks out there. Plus you had your EOL early. That probably did not help you either. So. Man, we almost had a near wreck there between the 127, I believe. And I'm not sure who he got into. It looks like Devin might have bounced her off the wall a little bit a lap or two ago.
And it looks like he's coming to the pits now. He's got that truck pretty beat up.
Yeah, that right front corner is not looking very good.
So yeah, he came in contact with looks like the 75,
Seven
Charles
pitting,
Eaton.
seven pitting.
So he's not having a really good night out there. It looks like he's hit just about everything except for the pace car.
Well, let's give him a few more laps. Maybe that's even a possibility too there. Looks like he's coming back out on the racetrack right now. The 7 truck of Higgs is in pit road right now.
Yeah, him and the 7 had some contact earlier in the race. So 127 came up and got into him. So it'll be interesting to see how they finish this race out. I don't think with the smaller field we may be able to finish this race without too many cautions. But they're definitely going through some green flag stops right now.
Yeah, I see Tom Ogle down pit road right now. I would think that would bring Sean Sadler in very shortly. The 58 truck of Henderson calling out. He's going to be pitting down the next lap.
105 pitting, 105 pitting.
105 of Dunn calling out.
166 pitting, 166 pitting.
Yeah, Ken, I think this is the great separation where the good drivers are kind of separated from the so-so drivers. When you got to come down and do these green flag pit spots, everything's got to be perfect, especially in this league, because if you make a mistake in this league, you will lose horribly.
Most definitely there, Mike. Happens almost every racetrack we go to. It really separates the guys who really spend the time practicing the pit stops. Really makes a big difference. A couple seconds here saved down pit road, in pit road, coming out of pit road, makes up many yards of racing out on the racetrack.
Definitely. And it looks like Tom Ogle has gotten his lap back, so he's on the tail end of the lead lap. James Dukes got back on the lead lap, so the leader must have come in. Brian Glass is back on the lead lap. Tony Groves, Devin Resch.
105 enter.
As we talk, I've seen Tom Ogle passing the 01 truck. That should put Tom back in the lead of this race with Sean Sadler running second. And it looks like the 115 truck, Dwayne Dunn's going to come in third place with the general running fourth.
Yep, just updated.
Brian Glass was running nice and strong yet, even though he's showing a little bit of damage in the rear end of that truck.
So the difference in stop strategy there has given Ogle a little bit of a cushion there between him and Sadler. Like I said, this is kind of where you separate the good drivers from the great drivers with those stops and the strategies.
That's most definitely. We're halfway home, Fitty. I see a couple really good trucks out there that have very little damage. I'm going to give you tonight's pick of who you think is going to bring this one home here in Kansas.
Well, I'm going to go with the easy pick and go with Ogle. He's been looking fast all night. He's been running that high line, and it seems like by the end of the run, he's usually still out front. So I'm going to go with that. I mean, Sean's got some speed, but I'm going to go with Ogle.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Sean. I got, like you said, once you get one win in the OBRL, they start coming a little bit easier after that, and he's closed that gap between him and Ogle. Man, he's almost making that pass already for the lead. So you can see Sean is maybe burning that rubber up a little bit, but he's hustling that truck right now.
Yes, he is. He's taking huge chunks out of Ogle's lead. As they go around the 07 and put him a lap down.
Yeah, that's General MacArthur, and that's going to put Dwayne one lap down to the leader. So that's only going to give us 9 trucks in the lead lap at this point. We still have Gilmore yet down pit road along with the 85 truck, and that's Joe Mahar. Those, I believe, are the only 2 trucks down pit road getting repairs yet, and they've been in there for since the late teens, so they've been in there for a good 40 laps already, just getting repairs.
Yeah, it looks like Clay Walker's back out on track putting laps down, so he's been able to pick up a couple positions around Mahar and Adams.
So anyone out there in the chatting world with us want to give us your choice of who you think is going to pull off tonight's victory here at Kansas, please chat back to us. We'd like to see your input and root on your favorite driver, even though good chance maybe one of your favorite drivers is already loaded up and headed back to their shop. Nice pass there by Brian Glass over the 115 truck, and Brian getting into the wall now. 115 just managing to get underneath Brian without making contact there. So good job there by James Duke in the 115, that orange truck there, getting past Glass.
Yeah, Brian kind of stood it in there a little bit hard and got into the wall on the exit there, and was able to keep it up there, and they didn't make contact, so that was good.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, we don't see Brian quite as much as what we used to see him. I know he's probably a very busy person with work and all that, and just glad to see Brian back competing, I guess, again with us in the OBRL.
Looks like maybe a pass for the lead up here, Ken.
Looks like Sean Sadler did overtake there Mr. Ogle for the lead, and it looks like we do have 2 trucks up in the wall right now. The 115 truck back up. He's trying to play the Velcro man up there, Lon. I believe the 105, I believe, stuck up on the wall also right behind him.
Yeah, they're wearing that sheet metal out. They're going to wear a hole in it.
I'm not going to help the aerodynamics any, will it, Mike?
No. These trucks are, I mean, they're already bricks, but if you take away all the nice curves on these trucks, they're a little bit harder to push through the air.
Good battle there for third place between James Duke and Dwayne Dunn. The 105 of Dunn pulling out right in front of Duke as they come out of corner 2 with Brian Glass in tow. Henderson still running 6th with Devin Rush 7th.
Thank you, sir.
Richard Higgs running 8th. And Richard Higgs is the last truck on the lead lap yet.
Thank you.
That's the 8th position.
Yeah, that is a great battle between the 115 and the 105. Looks like the 105 was able to win that out, and he's now in 3rd place.
Looks like Glass trying to make a move on the 115 truck of Duke also, and the 58 truck making it 3 wide going in the corner number 3. 58 truck John Henderson making a nice pass.
Yeah, it's surprising that those other trucks, well, they're up in the wall again. Those other trucks were able to kind of outrun that 58. The 58 looks pretty clean, but, the 115, he may have just pushed a little too far there. Looks like he's losing some spots, a couple spots there.
Yeah, tires could be starting to go away for some of these guys. I'm not sure on the tire guess where they're all situated on pit strategy and all that.
And I'm thinking the 58 just had a bad pit stop, and now he's starting to catch the leaders because his truck is pretty clean, so he shouldn't have any issues with aero.
Around the racetrack to see if we see anything out there that sticks out like a sore thumb, but looks like everyone out there has most, if not all, of their sheet metal on their trucks right now. Yeah, we do have some rear ends bent up a little bit and some corner panels that have a little bit of issues, and looks like Dode's got some right front issues, and but they're battling through and they're making laps. Good battle here between the 115 truck
No worries, I'm
of
not in any hurry to get anywhere.
James Duke and the 87 of Brian Glass again, and Rob Shoemaker multiple laps down to those guys, just kind of waiting it out and taking his time, just making laps.
Yeah, and while they're doing that, Sean Sadler's really putting some distance between him and Ogle. He's out there running the fastest laps, probably about a tenth quicker than Ogle.
Yeah, he's got about 0.8 of a second lead over Ogle right now with 49 to go. We're going to capture another driver here and see how he's doing here.
Thank you.
Kevin, my friend, how is that truck feeling? I know we're under green and all that, but you got to be having just a great time out there with that truck right now.
Man, she is on rails right now. I could do anything I want with her.
Thank you.
You got her held on to the floorboards?
I don't even have to let off, dude. I can take it anywhere I want.
You're up here with Finny Watson and myself here, and man, that was quite a wreck. That took a lot of trucks out, didn't it?
Yeah, I went back and I was looking at it. I don't know, it's just a big cluster of cars all at once came together, and it looked like it took out more than half the field.
Yeah, it was definitely a big one. I mean, this is the way the I guess the grip and the fact that these things run pretty much wide open. It's almost like Daytona here.
I saw the wreck. I backed off, trying to take it easy, but the people behind us probably didn't have a chance to see it. I don't think anybody really called it out, so I don't blame them necessarily. But all I know is I slowed down. Next thing I know, I was flipping.
Well, Kevin, unlucky for you, man, and hopefully you can get through the rest of the night, get some IPL points back here, and we'll wish you the best of luck here this coming Friday night here with the Xfinity car.
Yeah, appreciate it. I'm not really worried about IPL. This is my first X's in this series. It's more, championship points, so I figured I'd drive it around for a little while and see where I end up.
Yeah, it looks like you've already picked up a couple positions over Adams and Mahar, who are still, Adams went home and Mahar is still in the pits, so.
I may pull her off soon. I don't know that I can do any more damage.
All right, well, good luck to you, Kevin, and we'll see you Friday night, buddy.
Thank you.
7 penny.
That was Kevin Rupert. We're driving the 12 Skull truck tonight. Involved in an early wreck tonight. Had multiple laps in the pit area getting repairs made, but back on the racetrack right now.
Yeah, that's really a shame, Ken. I think he had a really good truck, and he was gonna really run good tonight. Kevin usually doesn't qualify, up front, but he runs, top 15 in qualifying, and then he works his way methodically up to the front, and he's won a lot of truck races with his strategies and his methodical method of working that truck up to the front.
0-1 pitting.
Yeah, I believe we got some green flag pit stops coming up here real soon, and I do see that that Tom Ogle has closed that gap on Sean Sadler quite a bit there. Got that within 0.3 of a second there. Oh, we got both guys pitting right now. Sadler's in the pits. I believe Ogle's in there with them.
Yep. So now they're trying to get basically on the same strategy, and Tom doesn't want to lose sight of the 01. The 01's fast on new tires, but Tom can kind of close that gap a little bit on the long run.
Yeah, they're both going to have to pit at least one more time yet tonight, so I'm sure they'll do everything they can to make it as interesting as they can, and hopefully they can give us a good race. Dwayne Dunn has now led a lap, so he gets a bonus point for leading the lap right now. So congratulations there to Dwayne Dunn in the 105 truck. As Seidler does beat Ogle out of the pit road there.
Yeah, it looked like Ogle, I don't know how many pit stalls he went through coming out of there. Sean had a great release and got out in front of Ogle.
More drivers coming down to 166 truck at Adamson right now down pit road. Looks like the 105 Dwayne Dunn coming down pit road. He's going to give up the lead right now. He's going to give that. Let's see who's going to have the lead here in the second time in the scoring. Will straighten this all out for us. John Henderson, 58 truck's going to be leading the lap here. So congratulations to John Henderson on the extra bonus point. Rupert still putzing around the bottom here as MacArthur and Robinson back on the racetrack, getting past Rupert.
Yeah, I think with Sean getting out in front of Ogle here and being fast, at the start of the run, I think he's really going to put some separation between him and Ogle. I think he's going to end up getting some really good separation here.
I see Henderson has come down pit road. He's going to be relinquishing the lead, and we'll see timing and scoring. Looks like Sean does have a nice little gap between him and Tom, but it is somewhat close yet. We're only talking less than a half a second there, I believe, between the two. I believe.
166 accident.
The 07 MacArthur right now down pit road, getting some fuel and tires. As we see the 58 truck of Henderson coming back on pit, back on the racing surface. Yeah, a lot of those pretty trucks that we started early in the night, man, they ain't looking so pretty no more there, Mr. Watts.
No, yeah, a lot of wadded up sheet metal. It's going to be expensive for these teams to fix those back up and be ready to go next Wednesday night.
Timing and scoring does have Sean Sadler back in the lead. About 0.3 of a second over Tom Ogle. Dwayne Dunn running third with James Duke fourth in the 115 truck. The 87 truck right now, Brian the Bull Glass running fifth, but he's close in tow with the 115 right now. Tony Groves. Tony's having a nice run, even though there's a lot of trucks out, but it's good to see Tony running up towards the front of the pack tonight. So Tony, you see a 200 series number, and that's from Tony missing a couple extra weeks of off time. So you lose your 2-digit number, get a 3-digit back in the 200 series, and then after so many races can reapply for his 2-digit number again. Doesn't go through like a probationary period, just kind of a thing to let the drivers know that, hey, this guy has been in the league, and some of these newer guys may not know Tony's driving style. So it's just to kind of warn them that the guy has knowledge of OBRL, but has not been around for a little while.
Yeah, that's really good to have for guys that have been in the league and then maybe take a hiatus of some sort. Right now it looks like Ogle's tracking down Sadler. He closed within a half of a second, or less than a half a second, like a tenth.
Yeah, good battle going on between those two guys. And hey, if those guys are smart, they'll just kind of ride this thing out and bring it down to the end. Let those guys battle it out the last couple laps, because they got, it looks like about a 14 or 15 second lead over the third place Dwayne Dunn in the 105 truck right now.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Ken, it makes me wonder if Ogle was just saving fuel on that last run and to get an extra lap or two out of the caution or out of the run, so maybe they can just make it on one more stop.
Yeah, they pitted with about 45 to go, and if they can make 23, so they're going to have to pretty much use up
Coming low.
all the fuel that they have in their truck in order to make it with only the one more stop. So I would think about 97, you're going to start seeing these guys possibly pit for the final time if we stay green.
Yeah, and Sadler actually just moved over for Ogle, so I'm thinking he's going to try and drop in behind Ogle and use his draft a little bit to maybe save some fuel. I think that's what they're concerned about right now, because like I said, the tires, there's really not a huge fall off there. It's more about the fuel.
And they have a big enough lead over third place, so basically it's those two guys basically racing it out for the lead here and for the win. So I see the 195 truck has rejoined the field after multiple laps down pit road getting repairs, and that's Thomas Stewart in the Miller truck. So good to see Thomas back on the racetrack. He is 48 laps down to the leader at this time.
Yeah, but like we've said before, it's good to get out there and get some laps in to help that IPL.
See, Coco is going down pit road right now, getting some more repairs made or get some fuel and tires on that truck. Rob Shoemaker in pit road right now. He's been in there for extended time, so not sure if Rob's having major problems or just probably getting sick and tired of running at a slower rate, but I know Rob's been in there for quite a while.
And another change for the lead up front, Ken. Looks like the 01 and the 11 are really swapping spots here.
I think they'd be battling this hard when they both got, one more set of green flag stops to go, unless they're trying to put on an extra excitement in for all these fans that are watching this race.
Well, somebody's got to do something since half the field's gone. But they sure are putting on a good show.
Shout out goes to Lisa. She's joining us on YouTube. She's rooting for Tony Groves. So we got a Tony Groves fan out there. So welcome aboard, Lisa. Thank you for joining us tonight on tonight's Burning Rubber Radio 120 lap here at Kansas Speedway.
Yeah, it's a shame Tony got caught up in that early accident, put him 2 laps down, but he's still out there running. He's in the top 10.
Yeah, good run for Tony. Bring her home in the top 10. That's not a bad night yet. Good battle there between the 11 truck and the 01 there, Sadler. Good battle for the lead here. They're not giving it up yet, that's for sure.
Know where you're going, Kevin?
No, I don't think they're saving anything there.
Good. Low.
They've got that huge gap between them and Dwayne Dunn in the 105. So they're just racing it out. I mean, that's some good racing there.
Most definitely. We do only have 6 trucks on the lead lap, with Brian Glass being the last truck on the lead lap. Richard Higgs right now being our lucky dog if they would happen to get a caution out there.
103.8.
Looking at the map, I see Coco's back out on the racetrack again after getting some fuel and tires. Mahara's out there with a mangled rear end on that truck, and an 85 truck.
Yeah, I can't really expect Mahar to be out there to pick up any position, so he's purely out there just trying to get some laps and help that IPL situation.
Definitely. Looks like Coco takes it down onto the apron down there, letting the leaders by.
They are racing really hard, Ken. Putting on a really good show.
Well, Ogle's not one to back down. He's pretty much foot through the floorboard almost all the time. So that's not a shocker. A shocker to me is seeing Sadler driving as hard as he is right now and not saving anything. But man, they are putting on a good show. It looks like Sadler's making an attempt to pass an Ogle going in the corner one here.
Well, you know, Sean Sadler does have that stream, and he's putting on a good show for his fans, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. He talks highly on his stream, and good to see some of these drivers actually have a stream out there. I know a handful of drivers do that, and I personally do have mine when I do compete, and don't have a lot of listeners, followers, but the ones that do follow do enjoy the in-car footage that we don't get a chance to really show you fans out there what it's like to be inside one of these racing vehicles.
Well, that's true, and you run in VR, Ken, so you're able to kind of look around inside the car and kind of give the fans a whole different perspective.
That's true. It is a lot different. I used to race with triples, and I went to VR, and would have a very difficult time going back to triples or a single or nothing like that. VR for me works out very nicely. Makes it a lot more realistic for me. Seeing, I did do this silly game for 17 years as a driver on the local dirt tracks and all that. Sadler,
Yeah, and your real dirt experience shows when you're out there on the track.
Yeah, I'm not scared to slide the car a little bit. I'll normally bring her out of a slide okay, and I should probably do a little bit more dirt racing than iRacing, but I sure love the OBRL and do love asphalt racing, NASCAR, and the ARCA car and all that. I really enjoy the ARCA car. To me, that suits my driving style a little bit better than the rest of the vehicles do that we do compete in the OBRL. Ogle with about a 7/10 of a second lead over Sadler with 23 to go. You're going to start seeing these guys making their last green flag fuel stops here real soon. I would think the next couple laps, and then you're going to see these guys driving the wheels.
I think Sean's coming in. Yep.
Yeah, Sean's going to short pit.
Oh, he may have gotten a penalty. Looks like he.
Scared me, John.
Yep. Looks like he thought about getting into the pits a little too late and got in there a little hot and went around the commitment cone.
Is that a 40-second or an iRacing?
Possibly. Al, it looked like he slid through his pits as well too, so he's not having a good night at all. I think he almost handed the race to Ogle.
105 pity.
That's a bad break there for Sean Sadler, man. I see Ogle's down pit road right now. We'll see how this comes out here, but rough time there for Sean Sadler, trying to put a good race on for us.
Yeah, all Ogle has to do now is take care of his truck and have a good stop here without any mistakes, and he's probably got this race in the bag.
Yeah, we're only talking 20 to go here, and that's kind of a shame. Sad to see it, because I was hoping to bring some nice finish to this race between those two gentlemen.
Yeah, they were really racing hard there for a while, and I think Ogle finally won out with that high line and taking better care of his tires a little bit than Sadler was. So I mean, it's not going to hurt Sadler too bad because the field is so small here with that huge, those two big wrecks at the beginning of the race. So I think he'll be able to recover, but definitely Ogle was almost handed the race with that mistake.
Sean is still sitting on pit road yet. He has not moved out of his pit stall yet, so must have been the big penalty that must have hit him. And Sean is now out of his pit stall, coming out of pit road right now. I'm going to be hitting the racing surface here in just a second or two. So real bad break there for Sean Sadler. This is going to put him at least 2 laps down, if not 3.
Right, Ken. Yeah, that's one of those incidents where everything that could go wrong did go wrong, and just about everything went wrong there for Sean. He was putting on a really good show racing Ogle, and it's a shame. But again, this is these green flag stops is where you really separate these great drivers from the good drivers.
Yeah, and 1 second of not being focused, man, can make a big difference between having a great run and a not so good run there.
Well, that's true, and I mean, just sliding through your pits here will lose you 3 or 4 seconds, and on the track, I mean, you're talking about football fields there.
Most definitely. John Henderson did reclaim the lead, but I believe he's going to be pitting here real soon, and that'll be giving the lead back to Tom Ogle. And yes, Tom has reclaimed the lead again. We'll give you a rundown here in just a couple laps after all drivers have made green flag pit stops here with 18 laps to go, and we know Tom Ogle is in the lead right now, and Dwayne Dunn is running second, 16 seconds behind Tom, so roughly a half a lap.
Yeah, Ken, and it looks like Sean, I mean, he's still going to be in the top 10, but he's 2 laps down, so that was real heartbreaker for him.
My bad, 23. My bad.
Clay Walker in the 103 and the 87 almost getting together coming out of corner 2, but everything worked out right for those guys, and
166 exiting, 166
we're
exiting.
going to maintain green flag here.
My bad, John.
Clay Walker was in the pits for multiple laps earlier in the race after getting in one of the wrecks, back on the racetrack, collecting IPL. The 195 truck, Thomas Stewart coming back after a pit stop.
Well, how many cautions did we end up having there?
I believe we are at caution. I believe that we had, I want to say 4, so I think your number is correct tonight.
Yeah, and my guy is winning this race.
Yeah, you have the magic touch being up in the booth tonight here, buddy.
Well, I did just come off 2 victories, so
There you go. So anyone needs some information on the bookie here, talk to the bookie, Mike Watts, and he'll set you up with iRacing on the OBRL, maybe some NASCAR stuff. So need some help on making picks? Mike Watts is your man right now.
well, Steve told me to hold on to that golden horseshoe, so
Did you buy any lottery tickets lately, Mike?
no, I really do need to do that. I want to get one of those fantabulous rigs like what Steve Thompson's running.
Yeah, I've seen some pictures of that. It looks like a pretty nice rig that he's got built up for himself there. So we got 13 laps to go. Tom Ogle's leading this thing with 15-second lead, 16-second lead over Dwayne Dunn. John Henderson in the 58 truck, he's running third. Fourth place goes to James Duke right now at Brian the Bull Glass. Brian, the last truck in our lead lap right now, he's running fifth with 20 Groves. Only 1 lap down right now, 20 is. He's running in sixth. Richard Higgs also a lap down. He's running seventh. Devin Resch, 2 laps down along with Sean Sadler. And Dwayne MacArthur, I believe, is running 10th right now, also 2 laps down.
Yeah, and 3 laps down is Kevin Adamson in 11th. Jeff Gilmore is 8 laps down in 12th. Dave Rogerson's 10 laps down in 13th. You've got Charles Eaton still cranking laps out, 11 down at 14th. The Hornet, Dode, is in 15th place, 23 laps down. And you got Cocoa Puffs out there still cranking out laps, 26 laps down in 16th. And is Rupert still running?
No, I don't believe so. I believe I've seen Rupert pull her out for the night.
Okay, well, he's still in 17th for now. I think Clay Walker's out there running laps. He's in 18th. And Rob Shoemaker's in 19th with Thomas Stewart rounding out the top 20.
I stand corrected. Rupert is on the racetrack yet.
Yeah, I was seeing Clay Walker, since he got back out on the track, he's starting to put laps down. Rupert needs to protect that position, so he'll probably go out there and or at least run a few more laps.
Yeah, we have 10 to go right now, and we still have Ogle with a huge lead yet. Just has to maintain, keep the truck between the wall and the white line on the bottom, and if we have no cautions, Tom should just be able to coast this baby in for a nice win tonight.
Yeah, with his huge gap, got 15 seconds over Dwayne Dunn. I think he's probably just really taking it easy out there. In fact, Dwayne's actually closing in on him a little bit. And Dwayne's truck isn't really that clean, so
Yeah, I'm sure Tom is just kind of taking it easy and not going to hurt anything, making sure he's got enough fuel to make it to the end there with 9 laps to go.
Thank you, sir.
well, just like at New Hampshire, he may even be shutting it off in the corners.
66 in, Joshua.
That's something I have never done in iRacing. I've always kept the truck running at all time or the car running at all times. I've never gotten good at being able to do that, and I just never did it in real life, and never figured it out a decent way of doing it on iRacing.
Well, typically, what I do, and I'm not sure about the other drivers, but I'll flip my ignition switch off and leave it in fourth gear, push the clutch in, it'll shut the engine off, and then I flip the ignition switch back on, and then when I'm ready to kind of get some more speed in the car, or even slow the car down a little bit, I'll let the clutch out, let the motor flip itself over, and start running again. And that's kind of how we save fuel under cautions.
Alrighty, that's good input there by Mike Watts for anybody who does a little bit of iRacing and wants to learn a few tricks of the trade there.
Well, we had to do it at New Hampshire because that was a fuel mileage race. So
114 coming to 115.
Yeah, we do get those once in a while. Actually, Monday night's ARCA race that you did win, Mike, it did turn into a fuel run because I believe General MacArthur was leading and ran out of fuel with a lap or two to go.
he did. He was asking me. He's like, I've got this much fuel, and we've got 2 laps left. Do you think I'll make it? I said, well, you're in the lead, so I would definitely try it. Unfortunately, that didn't work out for him.
Exactly. Yeah, we got 5 laps to go with Tom Ogle still leading us here yet. And the gap has not changed at all. So Tom's just keeping pace with Dwayne, probably watching his relatives. Well, probably not watching his relative screen because he can't see a car halfway across the field and all that. So, but Tom looks like he's got this one well under control.
Yeah, definitely. Just trying to check out some of the other trucks here and see if there's any action out on the track. Looks like Dwayne Dunn's just doing a great job keeping his truck rolling. It looks a little ugly. He was caught up in that early accident, but he's going to get a great points finish tonight.
Looks like he's got 4 seconds over third place John Henderson right now.
That's correct. And John Henderson has a nice clean truck, so you would think he'd be catching Dwayne Dunn, but it doesn't look to be that.
Yeah, and he's probably got a good 7 seconds on James Duke in the 115 truck, and James right now being recorded as the last truck on the lead lap. So Brian the Bull Glass being the first truck 1 lap down. 3 laps to go with Tom Ogle still leading. And we'll flip the cameras over to Tom here for the rest of the way.
Yeah, it looks like Sean's been able to work his way back up to 7th, which is a real shame because he was really in contention for this race early before the last pit stop, and just the misfortunes that he caught coming into the pits there. Like you said, just a mistake like that can really set you back.
Definitely, yeah. With 2 laps to go here, we got their cameras going on Tom Ogle right now to the finish here. Dode Hoskins running down pit road right now. Dode must have to get some fuel. Misestimating the fuel run right now. So I want to thank everyone on social media tonight for joining us on social media and listening to the race with us. We apologize for lack of cars tonight. We started with a nice big field. Actually, we're finishing. There's probably a good 20 trucks out there right now, Mike. But We're only running 4 trucks on the lead lap at this point.
Yeah, a field of 33 when we first started this, but because of the speed of this track and the grip on the track, it just, with the 2 big accidents, it really slowed things down and put a lot of great trucks, in the hauler and sent home for the evening. So
yeah, so there you did see Tom Ogle taking the checkered flag there. And we're going to have Dwayne Dunn coming home second here, and John Henderson third with James Duke fourth, and Brian the Bull Glass rounding out our top 5 tonight. And we're going to pull down our top 3 runners here in just a second or two, and we'll talk with those guys and see how their races went. We know how a couple of them went, and we'll see what second and third place have to say. This will be the first time that we have visited with a couple of these guys with their podium finishes. So we'll give these guys a second or two just to kind of catch their breath a little bit and get their picture taken for the OBRL, and that will be posted on Facebook in just a short amount of time.
nice fireworks show there, Ken.
Oh, they do have some dandies of late. I've noticed that the last couple of races, man, it's some pretty good fireworks. We don't need to go down to our local fireworks display. We can just watch them on iRacing here.
Oh, I know. The show at Daytona was awesome.
So we'll start bringing some of the guys down, and we'll start talking with them. Right now, I hope I have John Henderson right now. John, this is Ken and Mike Watts in the booth. John, can you hear us?
You can.
John, congratulations on a third place run tonight. Looks like you had a great qualifying effort tonight, John, and looks like you missed the big wreck, even though you might have been slightly involved with it. How did your race go tonight, John?
Well, this is a track I really love, and I'm not sure what happened there at the beginning with the accident, but I was running my line, and the next thing I know that I got hit in the side, and
Yes.
and they were all wrecking behind me. So I felt bad for everybody else, but I just don't know what happened.
Other than the early incident tonight, how was your truck tonight? Feel real good for you after we got going, and how did the green flag pit stops go for you tonight?
Well, everything was good. My truck was on rails. I was watching everybody else run high, but during practice, I got it to where the first 3/4 of my run, I could run down low and really keep up with them. So, and not really burn my tires up too much. So that's what I was concentrating on. You got to run where nobody else is.
Mike, do you have any questions for John Henderson, our third place finisher tonight?
No, did you utilize any kind of special strategy as far as trying to get up front and be in contention for this race?
I'm not sure if John heard that. Mike, you want to repeat that?
Well, I got it. I'm sorry. I was, nothing special. It's just, there's a lot of great racers up there, and I just wanted to be comfortable with them and them comfortable with me. So I was just kind of trying to relax a little bit, and then the accident happened, and it kind of, but nothing special.
Want to congratulate you on your 2-digit number you received just a little while ago and all that. Would you like to give a shout out to your friends or sponsors out there who follow you on iRacing and the OBRL?
Well, actually, I do. We got Kicking Asphalt Motorsports, which is Dave Acacia and Troy and Jeff Gilmore, all the guys that keep me coming back and help me get better every week. And I want to thank the league for having us. This is a great place to race, great people. Every time I get on the track, I get better and better and better.
All right. Well, congratulations again there, John, on a great third place finish, and good luck to you the rest of the season and all the other series that you run with the OBRL.
Thank you, sir, and you have a great night.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, thank you.
Also.
Thank you, John.
Right now, trying to get a hold of Dwayne Dunn. Dwayne Dunn being our second place finisher tonight. Dwayne, Mike, and Ken up in the booth. Can you hear us?
Go ahead.
Dwayne, nice finish tonight. Nice, solid second place finish. Didn't have a whole lot for Ogle and Sadler when Sadler was running up front, but nice, solid run for you. How did your night go?
Well, the first 15 laps, I got caught up in 2 little skirmishes there and had an 8X. I couldn't have got no more damage or points. I'd have been kicked out there. I've just lost a little bit on the top end, about 3-4 mile an hour. I just couldn't keep up with them. But other than that, she drove good all the night. I just had to keep it clean the rest of the night and try to get a good finish. And luckily it worked out for me there.
Yeah, you did a hell of a job. If you had 8X, the first 15 laps to finish this race, because it looked like a war out there. People were battling their trucks, battling the push, getting up against the wall, wearing out that sheet metal. You did a really good job out there, Dwayne.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Yeah, and these brakes are by default set way back. Helps it turn, especially like he was talking about a while ago, running the bottom. But something happens in front of you, it's just really hard to get it stopped.
All right, Dwayne, congratulations on a great second place finish tonight. Would you like to give a shout out to friends or family and sponsors that follow you through the OBRL?
Well, I certainly like to thank my brother. He comes in and spots for me, but I definitely want to thank the league here and our sponsors of the league. They put on a nice show out here, man. This is a really great place to race. I've only been here for about 4 races, but I'd like to make it my home. I mean, a lot of green flag racing, just can't ask for no better. And really like to just thank all the competitors out there. It's just a lot of clean racing out there.
Yeah, well, thank you, Dwayne, for coming out, and we appreciate you going out there and doing a great job. You looked real good out there. Those wrecks happen, and sometimes you just can't get around them. But you look great out there tonight.
Thank you, and congratulations to the winner as well there.
All right, that was Dwayne Dunn, our second place finisher tonight. Great job done there by Dwayne. Hopefully I got our winner tonight, Tom Ogle. This is Ken and Mike Watts up in the booth. Tom, are you with us?
Yep, I got you.
Hey, you pulled her off. With Sean having problems entering the pits there on that last green flag stop, that made that night a little bit easier for you then, right?
Yes, it definitely did. We were running pretty close, and I was trying to save tires a little bit, and so we would, kind of swap it back and forth there. But that wreck, I kind of got a real good restart and got ahead of it, and that kind of saved my night because I would have been right in that.
Well, definitely, you did a really good job out there, and yeah, I was wondering at one point if you were actually saving fuel to kind of set your strategy up for the next few stops, but you got to have the complete package here, and you did everything right tonight. You didn't have the mistakes in the pits. You and Sean were putting on a hell of a show, and it was fun to watch. And it was just a shame that he had a mistake, but you were perfect on entry and perfect on exit. So that's how you get the win.
You have to, like you just said, you can't make any mistakes. And all it takes is one mistake. And I was going into the pits so easy, like probably ridiculously easy, because I just, I didn't want to make a mistake. But I think Steve was probably the car to beat. Ed Adams is really good. And Ed and Steve get on and off pit roads so well that they're really hard to beat, and they kind of force you into going hard and make a mistake. So with those two guys out, you can afford to go easy, but normally you can't. Normally it's not like this,
Yeah, and I'd say Sean was probably trying to make up a little time on you because he knew in the long run that you were outpacing him, so he tried to get into the pits really hard, and he just pushed it a little too far.
I heard, I heard him say he messed up, so I knew that it give me a little bit of a break, and then I just kind of have been with this new tire model. It's important to save your tires, and you can make up a ton on the end. You don't have to go extra slow, but just like the first 4 or 5 laps, you can either burn them up or you can save them. And I've just kind of worked on saving them a lot. And tonight it paid off.
Well, congratulations, Tom, on a great win tonight. And do you want to give a shout out to your friends and sponsors who follow you in the OBRL?
I want to thank you guys, sponsors of the league, all the guys that come out every week and race clean. It's just a really, really fun, good league. and my buddy's hot tub place down in Florida, Hendrick Spot Hot Tub. But other than that, thanks for putting it on, and thanks for taking your guys' time to broadcast the race.
That's not a problem. We both enjoyed doing this tonight. We wish we had a little bit better race to bring our fans out there, but hey, sometimes it just works out this way. And tonight, Tom, you were able to benefit from everyone else's misfortune out there.
Now I kind of got an idea of how Ben Shepherd feels sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for at least a while, you guys, you and Sean were putting on a heck of a show, trading positions back and forth. It was pretty awesome to watch.
I almost got into the wall off of 4 once. I was running out front, so I had clean air and it was fine. Then we caught some lap cars, and coming off 4, I almost got the wall. And then I almost got it in 2 also. So I almost gave it away myself. I kind of got lucky. But I'll take it. I'll definitely take a win.
Well, you were my pick tonight, and I also picked 4 caution flags. It wasn't, I wasn't hoping for them, but that's what we got. So
it made the pit strategy work out pretty good. It was going to be a tough. I think some guys might have tried to save fuel, and save a pit stop, whereas I definitely, I can't save fuel. I don't have to tell you.
All right. Well, congratulations on a great win tonight here at Kansas Speedway, and good luck to you the rest of the season and all the other series that you run with the OBRL and iRacing out there. So that's tonight's winner. That's Tom Ogle. Congratulations goes out to Tom. Mike Watts, thank you so much for joining me tonight up in the booth. And, man, you're always welcome to come join me again. I agree. I really appreciate the time spent with me.
yeah, I had a blast up here. They put on a good show. Sean and Tom did, and the rest of the guys out there running. It was a different perspective tonight, being up in the booth instead of in the cockpit. But I really enjoyed to watch the race with you, and hopefully give a good broadcast to everybody watching.
Thanks again. So our winner tonight, Tom Ogle in the 11 truck with Dwayne Dunn finishing second. John Henderson finishing out our podium, finishing third. James Duke and Brian Glass running out our top 5. So for Mike Watts, Ken Schultz, all the OBRL administrators and staff, thank you so much for joining us tonight here at Kansas Speedway. We'll see you next Wednesday night with another live broadcast, but we'll see you this Friday. We'll be in the Xfinity car. We're going to all take Sunday off, but we'll be back next Monday again in that great little ARCA car. So people, take care of yourselves out there. Be safe. Join us again Friday night for some great racing action with the OBRL. Goodbye.
Yep. Good evening.